Hello everybody, this is Darkman the Wanderer here with the first of my non-live streamed videos. It's the way I'm going to be doing this is sort of going to be taking after what some other YouTubers that do live things. They'll record a game in the background and then they'll come back and talk over it. I hope I do okay with this. Not entirely sure I will, but anyways, as you are probably all aware, the game I am playing in the video, Skyrim, is well, Valve allows for the people that make mods for it, they allow them to make money off of them. There are some catches, but you now get to pay developers for mods. This can work for some of the giant mods like Skywind, which is I don't know if it's out yet. It could work for that, which is basically it. This person is creating the entirety of Morrowind. If I remember correctly, they're creating the entirety of Morrowind, characters, creatures. They're pretty much using the Skyrim. The only thing part of Skyrim they are actually using, to my knowledge, is the engine. They're adding a whole bunch of stuff to it. But yeah, so that one, because it takes years to build. They have been in production for years. It's gigantic. That one you could make the argument, as they are not really they're just using the engine, that they could basically say, oh well, we bought Skyrim to use the engine, so we're using Skyrim as an engine, and now we're going to be making this new game off of it, sort of new game. The difference when it gets this is really just on paper that it works. The way it's implemented into Steam, it's not working that way. I would not buy Skywind if it were a mod released on Steam already. I would not, and the person put it on the pay cycle. I would not buy it because it wouldn't be helping the developer at all. It would be insanely overpriced, so that and if it did help the developer, it would have to be insanely overpriced, and I will get to that in a later part of the video about why it would have to be insanely overpriced in order for the developer to really make any money off of it. So I'm going to get to it right now, and I'm going to, big spoiler alert right here for the entire rest of the video. Valve and Bethesda, for the game, for every single mod that you make, Valve and Bethesda are taking 75% of the profits. 75%. You can compare that to Apple, which everybody hates on for their shit consumer support, customer support. They basically hate on Apple for everything. Apple only takes 30% of the profits. 30 for basically what basically are just reskins, which is pretty much what a lot of the mods right now for paying. There's like 20 different swords. Wow. Not 20. There's like 18 weapons, I think. Some of them included in actual mods together. 18 different weapons. You're just adding a texture into the game. Some of these weapons are like $5 or $6. I think one of the the weapons are 99 cents each. I'm wrong there. There is but there's a magic set. This is an interesting thing. I have to double check this, but if what I saw correctly on the Steam Workshop page for it, the one that you buy wasn't developed by the person that is putting it on. I could be wrong. It looks a lot like Midas Magic Gold is exactly the same thing as Midas Magic forgot, let me go double check what it was called. I think it's Midas Magic Evolved. They're the exact same thing. Midas Magic Evolved is free. Midas Magic Gold is $6. The exact same thing. It's made by two different people. Now we can have one of two things. We have one, on one hand, the person that is doing the free thing took the mod and decided to go and this one doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you steal something and then do it for free? Granted, it's been out for a shit ton time. This is me making assumptions. Why steal something if you're gonna give it out for free? Which is why I'm leaning to the side that the person that put the paid mod is the person that stole the is the person that took the Midas Magic hit and yeah, and is selling it for a small profit, or if they ever get that much money. There's also an interesting thing about there's a pack for all of the purchasable things, which basically makes the pack makes it so that you can buy all of the things together from like 22 different modders. The funny thing about that is, because of the way this pay thing works, and because it's like an interesting thing about how it's all worked out, even if they do make sales on that thing, until the you have to take the price of that thing, of the DLC pack, you divide it by 17, because there's 17 different authors that have pay mods right now. I'm pretty sure. Like 17 or 18 different authors who have made DLC packs for premium. I'm calling them DLC. Well, that's basically what they are. They're community-funded DLC packs now. Yeah. And you divide that by 17, it takes 75% away from each person. See, that's the thing about this DLC pack. Everybody's going to be making the same amount of money from it regardless. So there's these people that are having the magic mods that are selling it for $6. Then there's the sword people selling them for 99 cents. And you have them that when someone buys the DLC pack, they're getting all of them at the same price. So they all get to split the money. And then there's, what else would there be? And then another thing about that is, since they're splitting the price, they won't get any of that money for a long time. Because in order for Steam, Valve has said that in order for Steam to actually transfer any of the money that you make from your mod, you have to make $100 off of your mod. I am not sure if this is for each individual mod or if you make one mod that gets $100 and then you're able to go and just keep going and make more mods paid and you'll automatically get reimbursed for it. I'm not sure how that works. All I know is that in order for you to get money off of your mod, you have to sell it. You have to basically get $100 in sales off of it first, which I think, with the amount of animosity and apathy, there's really no one that's that. There's like I think there's like 3 people that are positive about these updates, about this thing. I don't know why though, but to each their own. I don't understand why they're positive about it, but they have the right to be positive about it. But then, but then here's a problem for the modders that I would like to bring up. We're paying you now to make mods. Because we are paying you, you now have an obligation as a developer. You have to be there for customer support. If the mod stops working, you have to find out why. You have to find out what is causing it to stop working, and you have to fix it. You have to. You're a developer. Once you start selling something, you are obligated as a business person, because that's what you've become once you start selling something. Or if you want to stay in business, if you want people to keep buying your mods, you are obligated to fix any bugs that your thing has. And knowing the internet, if you don't fix it fast, you're fucking screwed. Your mod and your name will be tarnished, and people will view you with apathy, if not plain out dislike, if you are unable to keep your mod up and running. It's just what's going to happen. On to another thing. This is interesting. There's a mod currently out. It is the skeleton armor mod. It's the big one that you see advertised on the front of the Steam page. That's an incomplete mod. Like $5. No, not $5. It's $2. Right now, Skyrim is on sale for $5. There's a mod on Skyrim that's $2 that is incomplete. And then there's Skyrim itself that's $5. This mod, it's just so stupid. The mod is half the price of the full game. Oh my god. It's just so stupid. Who would... I just can't. This is even worse than what I thought it was when I first read the story. I'm like, I knew this was a bad idea from when I was reading the article, the first article that came out about this from Steam earlier today. I just didn't know. It was really stupid. On to another point. I'm sorry, I'm doing just like with when I wrote this, I'm doing stream of consciousness. I just have like the thing I wrote up earlier as like a short little guide. Not even really. It's like a little outline for me right now for this. On to the next thing. If these things keep going into, as I was saying earlier about how that one person that may or may not fuck up their mod, get it like completely unworking, it doesn't want to doesn't want to play with your game anymore. There are people that paid for that mod. That's money down the fucking drain for them. That person, they're not going to be part of the modding community once that happens. This paywall, because of the immense responsibility that comes with being someone that puts your stuff out on the market for free, for money. Because of that responsibility, it has this paywall has the ability to basically completely tear apart the Skyrim community. It has that ability. And likely what is going to happen that there are going to be a lot of people that fuck up. And because these people because these people are basically only single people for the most part. There are people out there that are doing giant mods and are working with small teams. There are as far as I can tell, there are no people that are working in super large teams for Skyrim. These people aren't going to be able to find a mod or find the bug in the mod in time. They're just not. Because of how huge Skyrim is, there's like a 1 in a million chance of them being able to find the bug in the mod and get it fixed before their name is completely ruined. There is very little chance of them being able to fix this for themselves. This is also going to fuck over Valve. I've seen it. Just go onto the Steam forums right now. Seriously, go to the Steam forums. You will see so many. There's a change petition going on to get Valve to remove this. People are pissed off at Valve. Not just because of making you pay for mods. That is a huge thing. It's a huge thing. It's not just that. It's the 75% thing. And it's the history of Valve. Look at Team Fortress 2. That was a good idea for them. I think they're trying to replicate that here because they are taking a huge cut of the money too. I think it's, as I said, 75% cut from the money. Team Fortress 2, they have the excuse of coding all that stuff. They have the excuse that they are helping in the creating process. For this Skyrim stuff, for these mods, they are the middleman, and they're taking, I think they said like Bethesda they're taking 25% of the cut, Valve themselves, Bethesda's getting 50%, that they have an argument for. They made the base game. Bethesda has a right. Valve, you do not. You don't get to take 25% from a product that you did not work on. Valve did not make the creation kit. You guys are basically the middleman. That's all. You're just the person you're just a middleman. That's all you are. You're the deliverer. I don't know what the word is right now. I'm super tired. I do have an idea on how. I think that let me continue on that for one more second. The worst part about what Valve did, they said this is for helping the modding community, help give modders a way to live off of their mods. They are not doing that with this price cut. This is fucking people over. Everybody is getting fucked over by this. Bethesda, nobody's going to buy your games are going to have a horribly short shelf life if this continues into the next Fallout game, into the next Elder Scrolls game. Valve, the internet is not going to forget this. The internet is going to remember the shit you pulled. There is a way you can fix this, though. Get rid of the paywall. Add a donation button and let people hook it up to their PayPal accounts. Do that. Everybody is happy. Everybody wins. Modders get money. You get good press. Bethesda makes more sales, and gamers get awesome content. This is Darkman the Wanderer, signing out.